Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I greet you all according to your time and locations. Thank you so much for tuning in. So guys, I have a video here I would like we all to watch. But before then, if you're meeting my channel for the very first time, you're highly welcome. Please kindly do well to like, share, and subscribe. Leave your thought about this video on the comment section. Let us know what you think about this video, and I will see you towards the end.
We are back in this circle in this country. The presidential elections held on March 25. That is now we're in April. Today is 6th of April. That is about going to 3 weeks that we are done with the presidential elections, and we don't even know where the tribunals, what they are doing. It is taking a lot of the candidates so much time to assess INEC materials, assess from EC8A and all of that, that they need to prove their cases before the tribunal. That is so very sad. And now, if you look at what happens elsewhere, if we say we are a democracy, if you look at the Kenyan election in 2017, you will realize that Kenya as a country set a distinct example for all Africans, for the world. And the chief judge of Kenya, David Maraga, I hope I remember his name, David Maraga, in 2017 gave a landmark judgment against a sitting president, Uhuru Kenyatta, gave a landmark judgment against him. And invalidated the elections of the presidential election, and he did that within 2 weeks. Within 2 weeks, the elections in Kenya had on August 8th, and by September 1, the Chief Justice of Kenya, David Maraga, had given judgment nullifying the election. Let me just quote what he said that made him to eke his name on the sands of history. Now he said, I want to quote him very well. That was on September 1, on the day that he gave that landmark judgment. He said the Electoral Commission, which is the Kenyan Electoral Commission, that is in 2017, failed, neglected, or refused to conduct the presidential elections in a manner consistent with the dictates of the Constitution. That is the Kenyan Kenyan Constitution. The election was marred with violence after Mr. Odinga rejected the results, citing irregularities and illegalities. And consequently, Chief Justice Maraga nullified that election. So what is the lesson for Nigeria from there? We have had, there was so much promises made before the 2023 general elections. INEC on its part promised that the Beavers was a game changer and that they were going to deliver a credible election. Now that INEC has ostensibly failed in the presidential elections to upload results and deliver to the expectation of Nigerians, the whole battle has shifted to the courts. I will know that the courts in Nigeria, personally I have a lot of respect for many of the judges in Nigeria, but recently the cases, the pronouncements coming from, particularly from the Apex Court, the Supreme Court, has been very worrisome. You recall the case of the Imo State case where Hope Uzodinma, the current governor, was pronounced as the governor of Imo State when he even came forth in that election. So many Nigerians are worried that after they had gone to the polls, queued, that the Supreme Court, the ball is now in the court of the Supreme Court to deliver judgment. They are worried, citing those, remembering what happened in the Uzodinma case. And of course, even recently, the case of the Senate President, Ahmed Lawan, and the former Akwa Ibom State Governor, Godswill Akpabio, yeah. They didn't participate in the APC primaries in their states, that is the senatorial primaries in their states. But what happened? In the case of Lawan, he even participated in the presidential primaries. And when he failed, and the senatorial primaries had been concluded, names submitted to INEC, including that of Akwa Ibom State, this Ahmed Lawan and Godswill Akpabio rushed to the Supreme Court. And what did the Supreme Court do? Curiously, to the amazement of everyone, which for me, with profound respect to justices of the Supreme Court, I personally feel that that is just a voodoo judgment. They restored Ahmed Lawan as the senator-elect, sorry, the senatorial candidate of Yobe North Senatorial District, and then that of Akpabio too was restored. So, and that opened up the old wounds, remembering what happened in Imo State in the case of Uzodinma, that this Supreme Court, I hope Nigerians can trust them. Now, Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, is challenging the election. But the most important one is even the PDP presidential candidate, Atiku Abubakar,
yes,
who came second by the results released by INEC. But the results in the public domain, even on INEC IREF, is putting the PDP candidate at the top of the outcome of the 2023 presidential elections. We are not prejudging the outcome of whatever that is before the court. The court is going to make a pronouncement on that, give their judgments. But the worry here is that, one, the delay by the Supreme Court. In the case of Kenya, within 2 weeks, that judgment was given. And Raila Odinga knew his fate, Uhuru Kenyatta knew his fate. I recall vividly when Uhuru Kenyatta said that, well, he did not agree with the judgment of the Supreme Court because he was the incumbent president, but that he had no choice than to abide by the judgment. And the judge, David Maraga, ordered a rerun, of that election, and a rerun was conducted. So in Nigeria, that is what we expect. We don't expect anything less.
Okay, so
and as Olisa Bakoba said, senior advocate of Nigeria, that within 2 weeks, the presidential election tribunal can be dispensed with.
So
that is a worry by many Nigerians.
Okay, so
in the electoral process, what did we get at the end of the day? Yes, I do know that when you digitize any process, when you inculcate technology, it's supposed to fast track, supposed to facilitate outcomes. But in Nigeria, it is the human beings, it is the people themselves that is the problem. It is not the process, it's not the law. We have enough laws in Nigeria. In fact, the Supreme Court can afford, if they are interested in dealing with this matter, they can afford within a week to dispense with the issue. What are the issues here? The presidential candidate of the PDP, and in fact, I think that is part of the petitions of the Labour Party too, they are alleging that the president-elect, Ahmed Bola Tinubu, was a convict in the United States over a drug matter.
Alleged.
That's why I said that, yes. He alleged over that he was a convict over, and if we use alleged here, but we are seeing that document, nobody has disputed it. What Bayo Nanuga said, who is the spokesman of the Tinubu Campaign Council, was that was more than 10 years ago, and that the Nigerian Constitution did specify that when it is that you can run for election, stand for election, and hold any position with the effusion of time, that is after 10 years. So they are agreeing that indeed that happened. So it is no longer alleged. So the man, the president-elect, by even their own admission, is a convict. Now, if he's a convict, what does the Supreme Court need to do? Why waste so much time? They can subpoena, the investigators in the United States, those who investigated the case, to Nigeria to come and testify before the Supreme Court. That will make it easy. If they indeed, that is the tribunal, sorry, the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, which is taking place at the appellate court, that is the appeal court. Somebody can be subpoenaed from the United States to give a testimony about what happened. If that is done, the other one aspect that we have to look at is the alleged double nomination or the vice presidential candidate of the PDP, that is Shetima. At the point of being nominated as the vice presidential candidate, there are allegations hanging on his neck that he also offered himself to be nominated as a senatorial candidate in Borno State.
So guys, thank you so much for watching. What do you think about this video? Please kindly leave your thought in the comment section, and I will see you again in my next one. Bye bye.